So I get one. Okay,
Just one.
just one. Elena and I met in college, and one of the things that stood out to me then, and is still apparent to me now, is the sincerity with which she approaches life. Elena is someone who lets herself enjoy things, be a little silly, and wholeheartedly embrace the things that she loves. At the same time, she is someone who takes her life seriously. Whether that's her work, the things she's passionate about, or her relationships with her friends and with Sam. I've seen many of these same qualities in Sam, through his enthusiasm for his interests, his investment in his work, and in the way that he treats Elena. I'm so happy that the two of them have found a partnership that is so genuine. So let's raise a glass to Elena and Sam. I cannot wait to celebrate with you both tomorrow. I've forgotten who goes next. Isaiah.
Don't fuck it up, no pressure.
Come on, Isaiah.
I do. Oh my God.
Hello, everybody. Can you all hear me fine if I talk about it like this? Great. My name is Isaiah, and I've had the privilege of being friends with Sam and Elena since about 8th grade, and Sam since about freshman year of high school. And so, what did you say?
I said I was there first.
I'm so happy to help toast them both as a happy couple tonight. Not quite yet. I must put a disclaimer in here that I've enjoyed about 15 years of wonderful friendship with Sam. And it is, there's hundreds of moments I love and ways Sam's an absolute gem. Elena, I say the exact same thing about you. And I just simply don't have time to include all these things. So I picked a couple tonight, but I did want to mention as we grew up, there's so many things Sam and I got into together. We made a couple bands together, participated in a poetry slam group together, hung out almost every day in high school, and lived together a few years in college. He's easily one of the smartest people I've ever met and unwaveringly loyal as a friend. One of the reasons I love Sam so much is in all the many hours we've spent together, he has always treated every single human with dignity and kindness. And whenever whenever I'm in a tough spot, I can always ask, what would Sam do? It's like a cheat code for life. As a teenager, when we met, our closest friends form a huge part of our identity, our perspective, and our moral compass. A good friend will help you question life's mysteries, celebrate its joys, and support you in its challenges. And Sam, I couldn't have asked for a greater friend to try and figure it all out with. Sam and I became very close very fast in high school, and I'm so happy that many of the better qualities of who I am today and decisions I'm proud to have made in life have a piece of Sam in them. His voice, real or imagined, always blesses me with wisdom and kindness. One of the ways Sam forever changed my life was a huge surprise to me at the time. One day in our sophomore year of high school, he became absolutely adamant that I join the speech team. I had no idea what this was or what it was about, except I might have to speak or act, which I definitely didn't want to do. And I thought Sam was definitely the type also to not want to do that either. But I quickly came to understand what it was all about, and I'm eternally grateful he insisted I joined. Sam and I competed in humorous duet acting. Our script was called Literary Cannon Fodder, and we played two guys making fun of books in the canon. And Shakespeare and Hemingway. If you aren't familiar with speech team, what happens is you compete in a category, which for us was humorous duet acting. Every Saturday you give 3 speeches starting very early in the morning, and if you're lucky enough to be top 6, you go to a 4th final round. And we had to wear suits. And again, do public speaking. My stomach was sick. The speech team at first was a huge shock to me. It was a ton of work to memorize and rehearse and block a script. And there were over 70 kids on the team I tried to get to know at our weekly meetings, and I had no idea how to act around them or as an actor. It was a difficult preparation, but I knew Sam had my back. Anyone who's lucky enough to know Sam well knows he does not hesitate to support his friends. And he was so encouraging throughout the whole process right up to our first tournament. And so many of our funniest ideas came directly from Sam. You really ought to hear his French accent. I knew if I fell, he'd catch me, and in fact, in the script, we do just that, and I jump into his arms, and he never once let me down. That's 3 speeches a week, sometimes 4 if we made finals, so approximately 24 to 27 times I jumped into Sam's arms. And he never once let me down. By the time we got to our second tournament, I'll never forget how much fun I found myself having early in the morning, knowing what was coming. Knowing Sam was about to rap. Knowing Sam was about to rap about Helen of Troy. Sam was about to rap in front of Helen of Troy in front of a huge audience in the final round, as I did a stylistically appropriate dance. Then, right as he's about to say a swear word, I put my hand over his mouth and go, shh. I knew all this would happen, but I did not know how thrilling it would be to hear everyone laughing, and how proud I would be of all of our work to memorize, block, and rehearse a script, when to my great shock we were announced first place. And how cool it would feel to be in all of us. Over the course of that year, I'd make several lifelong friends and share a lot of treasured memories with the team as I remained for the rest of high school, and I witnessed a bunch of outstanding performances and thoughtful scripts. I had a ton of hilarious, inspiring, and fun experiences at all the tournaments, and a slightly lessened fear of public speaking, plus a few nice medals. I'm so touched that Sam made an effort to open this door for me, despite my utmost protest. Very few people in life will make you put on a suit at 6 a.m., give 3 speeches, and have you thank them for it later. Well, he's always pulled me forward. He's also always had my back. Sam and I making a band led to our first ever gig, where I mostly just remember we both forgot the words to our original song. Spent so much time practicing. Over the years, I'm touched. He's always made an effort to come to my bigger shows, and he even managed to become a professional drummer and joined my band in Minneapolis for a gig a couple years ago on just 2 weeks' notice. He's counseled me through many breakups, a career change, and change back, and celebrated many of my greatest joys, and remains one of my favorite people to simply be with anytime we have a few hours to spare. Almost done here, folks. I think something beautiful Sam and Elena both share is how thoughtful they are towards others. When I think back on my friendship with Elena, we hung out a lot in bigger groups of friends, and it was always Elena who would be the one making an effort to include somebody or make sure everyone's having a good time. They're both some of the funniest and sweetest people I've ever met, and perhaps unfairly are both much smarter than me. I'm going to have a little cry because I know Sam has found someone who will always treasure his pureness of heart. And Elena has someone who will value and honor her generous spirit. Sam once told me that there's a Kurt Vonnegut quote about keeping your heart soft and not letting the world make you bitter. And at the time it meant a lot to me, even though he didn't remember it. He just said those exact words. I was provided a quote. But I looked up the quote, and it is, "Be soft. Do not let the world make you hard. Do not let pain make you hate. Do not let the bitterness steal your sweetness. Take pride that even though the rest of the world may disagree, you still believe it to be a beautiful place." I invite you all to toast with me to two people who always seem to find the strength to stay soft. May you continue to find the world a beautiful place together.